Hello, everybody. Sorry I haven't been on in a while. If you can't tell by my voice, I've been sick. I got over it a while ago, but my voice is still messed up. Plus, YouTube has been pretty anal about these quick capture videos. I don't know why. I try to do it time and time again, and it just never loaded up. Looks like they're changing it around. Shit. So, anyways, this, like the title says, this is for my 82 predictions. Pretty good card, extremely good card, I should say. Let's just jump into it, shall we? Starting from the bottom, Alessio Sakara going up against Chris Lieben. It's actually a really weird fight because Sakara literally just fought like a month and a half ago, and he's cutting down to 185. So I mean, when you look at it all that way, it's kind of odd that they got him fighting so soon. Usually when the guy cuts down, they give the guy a little bit of time and stuff to get acclimated, but maybe they're just trying to get rid of Sakara, who knows. I pick Lieben by first round. Believe it or not, I think it might be submission, probably due to strikes, because Sakara always has a really bad time against brawlers, like guys that'll sit there and take his punches and, box with them and strike with them. Drew McFedries, Houston Alexander, who else? I'm missing one other guy. I know I am. Houston Alexander, Drew McFedries. Let me pull up his fight finder real quick because I know I'm missing somebody. I guess Dean Lister, but Dean Lister didn't really do that with them. But Asuero Silva, that's the name I was looking for. He always has problems with these guys. And basically what ends up happening is I think Lieben's going to sit there and catch him with a few punches. Lieben's going to take him to the ground. Lieben has shown a really good sub game when he subbed Edwin Deweese, and then when he almost subbed Terry Martin with that amazing triangle against that thick-set motherfucker that is Terry Martin. I was shocked and amazed at that. Basically, I got Lieben winning first round submission, probably due to strikes. Next up, this fight I'm so excited for. The much-awaited return of Evan Tanner, who's been having all kinds of problems, being an alcoholic and whatnot. It looks like he's finally got his act straight, and he's going up against Yushin Okami. Both extremely good ground guys, both extremely strong, both extremely big for middleweights, both extremely talented grapplers. I think Yushin might have a little bit wrestling ability, but I think Evan's got a great guard. He's got a better clinch. I don't know how good Evan's going to be, seeing he hasn't fought for a long time. He gained a lot of weight, and he's been training now for 3 months, though, non-stop. So hopefully Evan Tanner's coming in shape. I got him winning by unanimous decision, but I will not be surprised if Yushin Okami wins. Depends on which Yushin Okami comes up. If he comes in aggressive like he was in the Mike Swick fight, he might end up winning it. If he comes in, sloppy and slow pace like he was in the Rich Franklin fight, then I don't see Evan Tanner having too much of a problem with it. Next up, Diego Sanchez versus David. Oh God, I always have a hard time. Bilkheiden. For those who don't know who David Bilkheiden is, he's fought in Pride a few times. He's a pretty decent striker. He's got a little bit of good wrestling. Overall, he's pretty good, but he always has problems with really good wrestlers with great cardio. That's what Diego is. Diego has become uber aggressive now. If you all watch the John Fitch fights, he was so aggressive with his submissions. I really don't see how David could do it. I won't be surprised if Diego ends this early in the first round with a submission, but I'm going to go a little conservative here. Say Diego wins by TKO due to strikes, because he's going to just exhaust David Bilkheiden in third round. TKO to strikes. Next fight, John Fitch, that's my boy, going up against Chris Wilson, who's replacing Akio Gono. A lot of people don't know who Chris Wilson is. He's fought in the IFL a couple of times. He's a Team Quest guy. Supposed to be really strong for his size. Supposed to be pretty decent. Not bad on the ground, which anybody on Team Quest would be. And supposed to be a really good kickboxer. Going up against John Fitch, who's steadily improving with his boxing. So massive and such a great wrestler. He's got really good submission and great submission defense. I see Chris Wilson might win the first round, kind of like Roan Canario did with John Fitch in the first round. I don't. Who knows if John Fitch is going to take this lightly? So he might surprise John Fitch in the first round. He might even get a flash knockout by John Fitch in the first round. I wouldn't put that past him. But I really think it ends in the second round due to submission, probably a rear naked choke with John Fitch's hand raised in the end. Should be a good fight. But John Fitch all the way. I'm a huge John Fitch fan. Can't wait to see him fight. I can't believe that he's not fighting Cairo. He wants Cairo. It makes all the sense in the world. But who knows? Next fight would be Andrei Arlovsky going up against Jake O'Brien. This fight means a lot in the big picture. Jake O'Brien is coming off of his massive injury where he almost had his career ended because he had all kinds of spinal problems. And Andrei Arlovsky's coming off of a lackluster victory against Verdum. This is a fight to place money on because Jake O'Brien at the moment is plus 600, which means if you put $100 down, you'll get I think 6,000 back. I think that's how it goes. I'm not a gambler, so I'm not real sure, but I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. Or you get 600 back. Like I said, I'm not, but plus 600 I know is ridiculous for a guy with the talent Jake O'Brien has going up against a guy like Arlovsky. Arlovsky's a great fighter, but he's looked lackluster lately. His sprawl wasn't that impressive. Verdum's takedowns were just horrible in that fight. I think Jake O'Brien has some of the best takedowns in the game at heavyweight. I think he's going to take Andrei Arlovsky down and basically do like he did to Heath Herring and just control him. Heath Herring is bigger than Arlovsky, so I don't think Jake O'Brien's going to have much trouble holding him down. So I got Jake O'Brien by unanimous decision. Good fight to put. I mean, I could see Arlovsky winning this fight, obviously, but I got Jake O'Brien, no doubt in my mind. I placed a lot of money on Jake O'Brien right now because he's such an underdog. I mean, such an easy fight to judge in my opinion, but I mean, when you look at it, I guess you got the Arlovsky fans, kind of like the BJ Penn fans, who really don't want to see their boy lose and think he's way, way better than he might really be. Next fight, Czech Congo versus Heath Herring. Basically, Heath Herring has been so injury prone and his knees are not what they used to. Heath Herring used to be a wrestler, but since his injuries, he's not a wrestler anymore. He's turned into a striker, and he's going up against a guy that is going to be by far a more superior striker. Czech Congo, second to third round TKO. He's going to pick Heath Herring apart, respect him enough, and then he's going to take him down in the third round and beat the crap out of him. Probably by, I mean, if he's smart, he'll leg kick Heath's bad knee, but who knows. Next fight, Luke Kumo versus Luigi Fioravanti. I think Luigi, basically everything Luke Kumo does, Luigi's a little bit better at. I think Luke Kumo might have a better gas tank than Luigi, but Luigi's not a chump. I got Luigi winning this by decision. By decision. It's going to be, I just don't see Luigi getting caught by Luke Kumo, and I think he's got good enough defense, and Luke Kumo's not a good enough grappler, and that's Luigi's big problem. Next fight, Josh Koscheck versus Dustin Hazlett. I don't see any way Dustin Hazlett will be able to deal with Josh Koscheck on the ground. Josh Koscheck is just going to smother him. Probably he's going to it's just going to control him in the first round. Hazlett's going to give up his back, and Josh Koscheck's going to sink in the rear naked choke. Pretty clear-cut case in my opinion. Next is John the Hurricane Halverson going up against George Gurgel. I hate picking George Gurgel because he's fucking burned me so many times now, but I just don't see how he'll lose this. If he comes in like he fought Alvin Robinson, I really think he'll win in the first round by tap out, by submission. But I wouldn't be surprised. George Gurgel has been such a bad underachiever lately. It is ridiculous how bad he's been. And now to the main event. I got George Gurgel submission in the first round. Now to the main event. Anderson the Spider Silva versus Dan Hollywood Henderson. Dan's one of the few people I think that can beat Anderson, but the bad thing about it is Dan Henderson and Matt Lindland can be compared to Kawajiri and Ishida, whereas Lindland is like Ishida. They know what their strengths are, they know what to do, and they're going to keep it on the ground where they like it. Kawajiri's a better wrestler than Ishida, but Kawajiri likes to strike, just like Henderson. Henderson likes to strike like Kawajiri does, or not like Kawajiri, but they both like to strike. He's going to try to test out Silva a little bit, and I think I'm pretty sure it's going to end via cut in the 4th round. I'm seeing it